Hello there, welcome to the news on NTV. I'm Rosina Rai, starting with the top stories. Top leader leading canvassing rallies to win votes. Candidates at people's doorsteps as election date nears. President Bhandari honored with the Women Political Leader Trailblazer Award in Iceland. Sears Nepal is investing for building an equal and just society. Results in the US midterm election pouring in, control of Congress hanging in the balance, battle for Senate on knife's edge. And India is taking on England today in T20 semi at the Adelaide Oval for a spot in the final. Welcome back. Now we have the news in detail. It is just 10 days away to the election of federal and provincial parliaments. Election campaigns with rallies and assemblies are being organized by political parties, their candidates and the independent ones. Top-rung political leaders are also busy canvassing for votes in their respective constituencies. With the election due 10 days, security agencies too have stepped up security surveillance in view of the parliamentary elections. Around 30,000 security personnel of 3 security agencies have been deployed for the twin elections. According to the Ministry of Home Affairs, at this time, a huge number of security personnel have been mobilized for election security on the need basis. The Nepal Army has been entrusted with the responsibility to guard the printing of ballot papers and its transportation. The voting for the election to the House of Representatives and Province Assembly is scheduled on November 20 in a single phase. The election of the House of Representatives and Provincial Assembly members is nearing, but the people of mountainous district of Dolpa lamented they are still ignorant about ways to vote. According to the locals of Dolpa, no one has visited to the village to educate them of voting procedure, as there are only few days left for the election. Although the district election office Dolpa said coordination persons have been appointed at the local levels for voter education in November 2, but no one has made their visit to the villages. People's representatives complained that voter education has not been conducted in any election in Upper Dolpa, the northern side of the district. According to the chairman of Charkha-Tangsong Rural Municipality, Wan Thawa Lawang, most of the people in Upper Dolpa are deprived of voter education opportunities and they do not know how to vote. Chief Returning Officer at District Baburam Subedi said many votes are found to be invalid in election due to ineffective voter education in Dolpa. We have more updates at the side. Before that, a short break. Just stay tuned. Welcome back. You are on TV News. Now the remaining updates. President Vidya Devi Bhandari has been honored with the Women Political Leaders Trailblazer Award presented by the Women's Political Leaders Forum in Iceland. President Bhandari received the award from founder and president of Political Leaders WPL, a forum of international women leaders, Silvana Kos Merin, at a function held in Reykjavik, Iceland on Wednesday. The president also attended Reykjavik Global Forum of Women Political Leaders as the special guest and addressed the forum as a keynote speaker. Various officials called on President Bhandari on the sidelines of the Reykjavik Global Forum when leaders in Reykjavik, Prime Minister of Iceland Katrin Jokov's daughter, called on the president. Matters of further strengthening bilateral relations and exchanging potential cooperation in areas such as geothermal energy technology, climate changes, tourism, and a sharing of experiences in the areas of women. Executive Director of the UN Women Sima Bahos, President of Founder of Women Political Leader Silvana Koos-Marin and Secretary General of Council of Women World Leaders Laura Lisud also called on the president in Iceland. Two famous Icelandic mountaineers who summited Sagarmatha and Lhotse also met with President Bhandari. President Bhandari is scheduled to return home on November 12. The 108th birth anniversary of Nepali Congress leader and Supreme Commander of People's Movement Ganesh Man Singh is being marked today by organizing various programs. Late Singh was the commander of the People's Movement held in 2046 BS that restored democracy in the country. Popularly known as Iron Man in Nepali politics, Singh was an example of sacrifice and boldness in political life. Born on Kartik 24, 1972 BS at Chhatrapati of Kathmandu, leader Singh passed away on Ossos 2, 2054 BS. The then government had imprisoned leader Singh after he involved in a campaign for overthrowing the Rana autocratic regime. He had spent 8 years in jail. Singh played an active role to make the Nepali Congress a popular party in the country at the time. The locals are facing problems due to the lack of bridges in Tinahu and Jhumsa rivers in Palpa. The locals are deprived of access to transportation since 4 months, as management of bridges lacks that connects the Tinahu Rural Municipality Center and Ward Number 4. Tinahu Ward Number 4, the Jhumsa Khola and Tinahu rivers at Gorbandi Ghat in Koldara have been deprived of vehicular access due to the lack of bridges. Local farmers have said that even though they have been demanding for bridges for years, the bridge has not been built yet and the entire ward has lost communication. There is also a problem in exporting the agricultural products produced in the village. Although Lumbini provincial government awarded the contract to build a bridge at Gorbandi Ghat connecting Jhumsa to Satyavati 2 years ago, the work has not started yet. We shall come back with more international headliners. Before that, a short break. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Now the international headliners. Margins between Democrats and Republicans narrowed considerably Wednesday in key Arizona races as election officials chipped away at counting more than 500,000 mail ballots returned on election day, and shortly before, Democrats maintained small but dwindling leads in key races for U.S. Senate Governor and Secretary of State, while Republicans were optimistic the late counted ballots would break heavily in the hunt. It remained unclear whether the stronger than expected showing for Democrats would extend to Arizona, a long-time Republican stronghold that became a battleground during Donald Trump's presidency. International Rescue Committee IRC President and CEO David Miliband on Wednesday visited displaced communities that have been impacted by drought in a village in the Somali region of Ethiopia. During the visit, the former UK Foreign Secretary said there was an urgent need to stave off the growing hunger crisis in this part of East Africa. The severe drought in the Horn of Africa has pushed people to the brink of starvation, destroying crops and killing livestock on which their survival depends. According to the WFP report, an all-time high of 970,000 people are expected to face catastrophic hunger and are starving or projected to starve or at a risk of deterioration to catastrophic conditions in Afghanistan, Ethiopia, South Sudan, Somalia, and Yemen, 10 times more than 6 years ago. 5 people are believed to be dead after officials say 10 individuals were swept away in a rush of floodwaters in Ontario as a storm dumped heavy rains across southern California this week. A swift water rescue team was dispatched to the area and conducted searches to down the water body. 5 of the individuals have been rescued, officials said. At least a body was recovered on Tuesday. To more updates before that, let's have a quick look into the highlights of the site. South Korea's president responded to reports of attacking press freedoms after his office singled out a TV broadcaster for a... Now moving on to sports news. England and India are meeting today in their semi-final clash against of the ICC T20 World Cup in Australia. This matchup between the two highest-ranked T20 teams promises to be a fascinating encounter. India have won 12 out of 20 T20s against England. This will be their 4th meeting in a T20 World Cup, with England having won just once. India have inflicted damaging victories over England in this tournament. On the other side, England have not hit their stride in the tournament. While they routed Afghanistan in their opening game, they were failed by Ireland in a game marred by the rain. Defending champions France have confirmed their squad for the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Manchester United's Rafael Deschamps has only named 25 players despite being able to pick Australia in Group D, which also includes Denmark and Tunisia. We're almost at the end of this news bulletin, but before we say goodbye, quick reminders of the headlines. Top leaders leading canvassing rallies to win votes. Candidates at people's doorsteps at election date nears. President Bhandari honored with the Women Political Leaders Trailblazer Award in Iceland. Shares Nepal is investing for building an equal and just society. Results in the US midterm election pouring in, control of Congress is hanging in the balance. Battle for Senate on knife's edge. And India taking on England today in T20 semis at the Adelaide Oval for a spot in the final. This is all we have for this moment. Until our next bulletin, goodbye and namaste.